Let's all watch Chris work.
I don't want to add channels. No, my bad. I'm right. I think we are good. Are we good?
Did you do all of them though, Chris?
I hope so. I don't know. Oh, we're live on the Facebook. Hey, we got children.
Yeah, but we need to be live on YouTube.
All right, check it out. I don't know. That's your department. We're having so much fun with these technicals.
Hey guys, hang on a sec.
And
I have no idea. Hey, I know how to find out.
I'm going on here to see. I think, let's see. I think we are live. I got it. We're good. We're good.
On YouTube?
I got it. See?
Where's that?
Live chat. All right, let me pick up the live chat. Let me stop this music.
Yeah, Chris, turn the music off.
Oh, come on. I'm the music man.
You would think he was a DJ or something. Jeez.
All right, I think we got this.
Okay, it only took us 5 minutes. 5 minutes, guys, to get it right. I swear to you, one time we are going to come on and have our shit together.
Christine, I got to tell you one thing. It only takes a minute, girl.
Whatever. Guys, welcome back to Unfiltered Real Talk with Christine and Chris. Hello. Soon the title will change and, you know, Chris will be added, but he's on probation right now, so. We'll see how that goes.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Christine. How the hell are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
You're looking fabulous. I'm doing great. Got a couple good things going on today. But before we go anywhere, I got to tell everybody that this portion of the show is sponsored by Beach Buddha Coffee, the Beach Buddha Coffee Company, and...
Don't say the next one. I have a question.
Yes.
Chris, how do you get your hair to look so fucking fantastic?
My hair, thank you for asking. My hair is done by the world famous Jennifer Vergari right here in Bricktown, New Jersey. So it's Hairstyles by Jennifer. If you want to be at the Jersey Shore or if you want to just look like me, probably not. But anyway, contact Jennifer Vergari. That's Vergari on Facebook. Inbox her. Tell her you want to get a little styled up. She's got a couple places for you to do it. And she will make you look like a superstar. Me, I'm hopeless.
We will tag Jennifer and Beach Buddha in the group.
Yes.
So that anybody that's interested can order coffee. Hey, Chris, does Beach Buddha have like a sample pack or something?
They do. All they got to do is they inbox us, email us, go on the website, and go onto the submission form. Tell Beach Buddha Coffee Company what your likes and dislikes are. If you order a bag of coffee, even if you ordered a basic bag of coffee, okay, your first order, and you have to let us know that you heard it from Real Talk or Unfiltered Real Talk with Christine and Chris. Say, listen, I'm going to screw it up forever. So they're going to, as long as they say that, okay, we'll send samples out. They told me they'll send samples out, so it's good.
Okay.
You know, so they'll get plenty of samples, and it'll be great. And
I want Owen to know that his order went out 2 days ago. So you should be getting your order any day. According to Beach Buddha, I just talked to them a little while ago, and they said, oh, yeah, his order went out 2 days ago. So should be getting your coffee. And I want to take a poll, everybody. Okay? I want to take a poll. Who thinks that until Chris gets the name right, he's on probation and we can't add his name to the title? That'll be his motivation.
Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm telling you.
Tonight is going to vindicate you and make you feel so good, Chris.
Oh,
you wanted me in the hot seat. I'm putting myself there.
We got 2 comments already. Tommy Sanders, what up, Tommy? Jennifer Vergari, she thanked us for the shout out. Jennifer, you're a saint. I have to commend her because a few weeks ago, when I was supposed to get my hair cut, I was sitting in my living room. I was actually doing stuff for the podcast and completely forgot about my appointment with Jennifer. And she's like, I guess you forgot. I'm like, and I had an alarm. So what good is technology if I don't pay attention to it?
True.
Really?
True.
Christine just rubs her cheek and doesn't say a word.
Are you? No.
Hello, Luann. How are you? Florence Solo. Oh my God. I can't even speak. And I'm only drinking coffee tonight. So can I just tell you real quick? I did a thing.
What? Oh, what? What'd you do, Chris?
I bought a player mobile.
A player mobile. See, why do you do that? You just feed the trolls, Chris. Feed the trolls.
No, I bought a camper today. I bought an RV. It has been on my bucket list and my dream for years. It's going to be the Coastal Cruiser. So you and I are going to be able to podcast from it. You know, I'll be able to come down there and we'll be able to go to different places.
That would be nice.
I'm going to sleep in it tonight in my driveway.
Yeah.
Okay. I am so excited. It's beautiful. It meets all my expectations. I'm just happy. I want to share it with the world, and I love it. That's it.
Awesome. So do you have a picture for us?
Well, I do. I can show. I'm going to try and pull a picture up. Give me a second.
I have a picture.
You do?
I do.
Well,
I have a camera I spy on, Chris. So there it is.
You got it. Yeah.
I got more. Hang on. My satellite takes good pictures.
Your phone does take good pictures. It really does.
He totally misses what I'm saying. There.
Wow. Look at you.
There you go. Chris's new toy. I would love to go camping. I love camping. Oh, and you're over there. You can go to Maine. Maine's got good camping.
I want to go to Maine.
Yeah.
I want to go to Maine.
So a while back, about a year ago, I started talking to my listeners about. So in case all the new people don't know, this podcast has been around for 3 years. So of course, I was by my lonesome self. So thank God for Chris. But I had talked about doing a show where I went on the road, and I was like trying to find somebody. I wanted to be a man because I didn't want to travel. I thought, traveling a man and a woman would be safer, and like plot out different towns to go to in like a week and pick different listeners all over the place and go and visit them in the morning and do like a morning live show, have coffee with them and chat, coffee and chat. Now Chris comes along and Beach Buddha is our sponsor. And now he just got a camper. And I'm thinking coffee
it's gonna be huge.
The morning with Christine and Chris. And you all can say, come see me. I got all kinds of stuff I want to say to you guys. And we will.
Let me tell you. Now, clearly, Christine and I talk all day, all week, all night, 3 nights, in the middle of the night, in the morning, or whatever. She's got a lot to say.
I do. 3 years by myself, people. I have a lot to say. Thank God I have somebody to take up some of this slack. My brain's getting a little.
Well, I have to tell you, I am so excited about this. I know we're still in the infant stages and we're growing our audience. And first of all, thank you to everybody. I'm looking at the Facebook, everybody who's on, talking to us and stuff. Thank you for all of that, number one. And I'm learning how to adjust the comments so I can see stuff. So if you see me turn my head, I'm not being rude to Christine. I'm not being rude to anybody. I'm just trying to learn it. We're trying to learn the technology, but I'm very excited about this. Christine, I want to thank you for grounding me. You took me down and like focused me. How'd you do that?
It's my secret power. I have that power over a lot of people. I'm not a witch.
I don't know.
Hey, Vito is in the room.
Who?
Vito Lacapo.
Vito, welcome to the room. Vito, thank you for being on the show. We're so happy.
I'm so excited. Vito, hi. And Vito has a question. So, Vito, we're going to get to your question. I'm going to let Chris continue his thought, and then we'll start talking about our topic for tonight.
Wait a minute.
No, Chris, stay on track.
Wait. Time out. I just want to read Vito.
Oh, I just said we'll read it in a minute. Okay. Are you done?
Okay.
Are you done?
I got you. Okay.
If you're done with your thought that you were talking about, then we can move on.
No. I want you to. You got this.
No, I have nothing to say. I'm ready to move on to the topic.
No, you got this. I want you to I want you lead the way today. I'm
Okay,
just
all right. Well, then we will refresh everybody's memory just a tiny
that's
bit. I
what
don't
I'm
want to
doing.
spend too much time on this, but we on our first show we got I well no we received a comment on YouTube on the channel, and it was from a John Lawrence, and he very graciously told me that basically I'm crazy for having Chris on my show because he's a player. And we had talked about, I had teased Chris, and Chris, we were teasing about him being a player, which of course I don't think he's a player, but we were teasing about it. And then John said, hey, he's 100% a player, and I don't know what this narrative is that he's trying to weave, but he is not a good guy. I mean, I'm paraphrasing. That's not verbatim. You can go read the comment. It's on our first video. So we talked about that the next time, and I gotta say, both of these, and this is a consensus from a lot of people, these sound like disgruntled women. I am not saying, Vito, that you're a woman. I'm just saying it kind of comes off that way, but whatever. So anyway, then Vito, after like the second or third video, sent me an email and said, hey, John's right. John's right. Chris is a player. He's known on Jersey, in Jersey, for being a player. Everybody knows it. And he's never.
I'm known in Jersey is a Jersey.
Yes,
Am I
in
like
Jersey.
Jersey wide?
Yes, you should be on Jersey Shore. I think that show.
That's what I'm saying. Like these people
You
got
are-
paid billions
you
of
are-
dollars, and they're telling me and I ain't getting nothing.
Yeah, and he said that Chris has never. This is why Chris has never had a long-term relationship, and we have talked about that. Chris has had long-term relationships. He has been engaged in the past. He sustained long-term relationships, several, but he hasn't been married. And you know what? That there is nothing wrong with a man who gets beyond 40 and hasn't been married. That does not make him a player. I mean, I personally know men, that some are players, but that doesn't mean you're inherently a player because you never married.
Let me just tell you this. My personality is my personality. I am who I am. I love people. I love to entertain. I love to have fun. I love this podcast. I love our banter. It brings out the real me. It brings out everything. So I'm not a player. I'm a good guy. I've had my share of girlfriends, no doubt. I've made mistakes. I've had ups. I've had downs. I've been over. I've been out. Frank Sinatra, all that stuff. I am who I am.
And Christine's sitting here with a halo on her head.
Yeah, exactly. None of us are perfect.
So that is a recap, basically, of what happened. And we've been talking about it on the podcast.
I'm going to respond to Owen.
Yes. Trying not to spend too much time on it. So I'm going to read what Vito wrote. Vito wrote a question. So we're going to I'm going to read it. It says, I am curious.
Making me think a little bit.
It says, I am curious. Ooh, John Lawrence is also here.
Thank you, John.
Way. They're both here. Okay. I am curious your thoughts, Chris. Can a girl you're dating be friends with a guy still when dating you?
I want to tell you something.
Especially at our age. And that same question for me. And it is hysterical. Chris, I told you so many things happened today that were like synchronicity. That's another one.
You're good. You're good.
100%.
Look at me. You're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
I did not post that video or that thing on my Facebook because, I mean, me and Vito are not working together. Okay. This is just amazing. This is what we're supposed to talk about today. Thank you, Vito, for that question. I think Chris probably has an answer. And my whole topic for tonight is about this. I mean, it's twofold because I got called a player today. So it's twofold.
You did. See?
Yes, that was my big thing today. But what Vito's asking is also something else that happened to me today. I cried. A man made me cry. We'll get into that.
See? See? So I am so happy that John Lawrence is on. So John, can I interject from you?
No, you can't go to John yet. We got to answer Vito's question.
All right, back to Vito.
If you're dating a woman, Chris, can she have male friends?
Okay, here's the deal. And I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm old school. Okay. I'm me, and I have my own thoughts, and no one's going to change them. Okay. Nobody's going to change me. I'm the DJ. All right. But really, Vito, don't know who you are, know what you said, know what you've talked about. You have your opinions. Yes, you can be friends. You can be. However, there's one big word in that entire friendship, and that's respect. And I could bring up a ton of reasons that will validate it, but I won't, because there might be people that are listening that I don't want to offend. Okay? If you're friends with somebody, when you're dating somebody, both of them need to know the line. However, there's another school of thought. If both of them are going to cross the line, then that son of a bitch wasn't meant to be with you in the first place. So playa, who's the player? Number one. Either or, man, woman, me, them, him, whoever. Okay? So, yes, you can be friends with a guy. I have many beautiful relationships. One of our big listeners, Luann, my friend Dawn, my friend Donna, and her husband Tish. Her husband Tish, we call him Tish. His name is Dave. Okay? They're my dearest friends.
Can I talk? I have a question for you.
I love this. I'm going to do the same thing.
I just have a question I want to interject real quick. It goes with what you're saying, and I just want to put it in here for you. Because you're talking about all these women that, you've had friends, and a lot of these women you've known your whole life, basically. So my question is this. You meet someone that you, after a while, you have decided, both of you decided you're it. Love of your life. You want to do anything you can to make this woman feel secure, comfortable, and continue a long-term relationship with her. She asks you to cut off all relationships, all communication with anybody you had a sexual or intimate, even, emotionally intimate, but an intimate relationship with. What do you do?
Are you asking?
Yes,
are you asking me?
That was for you.
Okay.
I think Vito would appreciate this.
I've had this happen before. And Vito, I don't know. Honestly, I'm going to put the cards on the table. I don't know if you're a man, a woman, an alias.
It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter, but I'm going to say it diplomatically. I've had women try to do that.
Tell you that you need to stop with the other people.
And you want to know something? There has to be three facets to life. There has to be a me, there has to be a you, and there has to be an us. And with that us, there has to be trust. Okay? And if your relationship is solid, you got the trifecta. If it's not, hit the fucking high road, get in your camper, and go.
But that's why you have to be compatible with the person. And that's a good answer, Chris, because that's your answer. And anybody that would be interested in having a long-term relationship with you needs to know that you feel that way. That is something that should be talked about before you ever start catching feelings for somebody. They need to know that's where you stand on that. And that might not be a question that you think about asking before you start catching feelings. You might not think of saying, hey, how do you stand on this? It is definitely one of the things that needs to be talked about, because it's just compatibility. It's just compatibility. Not everybody's going to agree with you. And I haven't answered that question yet, but you go ahead.
No, you answer, because I want to say whatever. Just go ahead. I'm sorry.
Vito, we're going to get on to the questions in a minute. Let me answer. Okay.
Chris asked of his girl. Vito.
Well, he just answered that. He said that he does not believe you should ever cut off relationships with previous.
Okay.
Now relationships.
I have to cut you off. I'm going to tell you why. This Vito, I think, and we're going to be straight up because it's unfiltered real talk, has some connection to maybe my last relationship. That's why this Vito is asking these questions.
I mean, they probably both do have some sort of connection in some way. I don't know that it matters to the question and answer.
But I'm listening to the questions, and I'm no, whatever.
Well, putting aside their ulterior motives, they're good questions. They are the exact thing I came on here to talk about.
Listen, tonight. Vito, man, woman, child, whatever, great questions. I'm going to tell you what. My last relationship, Okay.
And when you say relationship, you mean
I was in a
long-term.
relationship for 2 years with a woman. Okay.
Yeah.
She had her friends. I had my friends. You merge them together. You do your thing.
Yeah.
But I'm loyal. Okay. If that relationship breaks apart, okay, my friends clearly, I would think, should be loyal to me.
Right.
Her friends should be loyal to her.
Yeah.
Of course, there's relationships that were built over time, but like anything else, unfortunately, it fell apart. Oh well, life back to the way it was. Okay. I don't ask my girlfriend, okay, to do anything specific, but my last girlfriend, the 2 years, her ex-boyfriend, okay, tormented me, FaceTimed her, called her. We'd be going home from a date.
Did you ask her to make
I
him
did.
cut
I
that
did,
off?
and she did not.
Okay.
And they were family friends. I said, well, guess what? You crossed the line with that family friend. Okay. And that's okay. I'm not asking you to totally never talk to this person again. I'm asking you to validate and let's build our relationship first.
No,
I don't need to.
And that's valid. That's valid. If he was going above and beyond to be dumb, and to cause conflict in your relationship, she should have done everything to make you feel like she was putting it into it or trying to.
One of our last dates, I planned a dinner date. Okay. And I was all excited. I was at work. The place was opening up. I wanted to take her. I was like, we're going to pull ourselves back together. We're going to have a great time. Happy hour, dinner, drinks, go home, be together, whatever. Okay. She was on the phone in the restaurant texting her ex-boyfriend, and then he called her and she picked it up. This is one of many instances. And she's like, I was protecting us and telling him off. Blocking him from a week ago, a month ago, 2 years ago would have been protecting us.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. That happening in the beginning, that could be something that you have a little bit of growing pains with, and you'd be like, no, I get what you were doing, but no, just block him. I get that. But after 2 years of it, you're right. That's just too much. That's not going to change. That's behavior that is not going to change. And in my opinion, that's not about protecting your relationship. That's about just doing things your way and not respecting your partner.
I have definitely spoken to exes during relationships as they were going bad. Okay. I'm going to try and clarify that.
I know what you mean.
If I'm in a good relationship, and I'm going to try and clarify this, I am not talking to anybody. I don't need to talk to anybody. Don't want to talk to anybody. You are my person. We are it. That's it. However, if things are going bad and my mind is racing, I'm like, oh my God, did I do this to this person or did this happen? I'm going to call that person. I'm going to say, you know what? Hey, I learned something and I'm sorry, or whatever, or a friendship, whatever the case may be.
Don't you think you should wait until you're done with the relationship before you do it, though?
What's that?
I said, don't you think, and I have a reason for asking this, don't you think you should wait until the relationship's actually over? It's not on the rocks. You're not having a hard time. You're not having the epiphany in the moment. Don't you think you should wait until the relationship either goes south or doesn't?
Well, at that point, it's probably pretty damn close to south.
I know, but we're back to a case of respect.
I agree with you. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've probably done that twice, maybe 3 times over my entire life. Okay. Will never happen again. 2 reasons.
Yeah. Because when you start having feelings that something's going bad, we all know a week later, it might be good again.
Right.
It's kind of like talking to your family and saying bad shit about your partner, and then you're back together, and now your family hates your partner, and it's kind of difficult to put that genie back in the bottle,
Well, I literally, with my ex was at my house in my patio with this guy calling her. I could tell you stories. I could sit here and go on.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah.
And I said to her, you have 2 choices, him or me.
Well, obviously, this is why you guys aren't together.
Right.
And that raises the really, as like I said, the really interesting question or point. So I'm always talking to people about compatibility and talking before you ever get intimate or start catching feelings with somebody, because this is why. And this is just another thing to add to that list of things that you need to ask someone about. So everybody wants to know, oh, so are you a hothead? Do you have anger issues? But that's one of those things. A guy or a woman is going to be like, oh no, I fight fair, blah 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 blah. But you won't know until you guys get into a fight or you see them with an altercation, with somebody else. But this is a really great question, because this is a case of how you like things in a relationship. So that is a direct question you can ask a person. How do you handle this situation? I have friends. So I'm friends with some of my exes, and I'm not. Hello, I'm talking as you would hypothetically speak to somebody that you're dating, and you would say, or they would say to you, I have some friends who are exes. Obviously, we were intimate at one point in our lives. We're still friends. We don't talk all the time, but we talk. How do you feel about that? And hopefully at this point you haven't caught feelings. Nothing's going on between you. You are vetting each other as to whether you're good for each other or not. And hopefully you're going to be honest at that point, and you're going to say, no. As soon as I commit to somebody, I want all communication with opposite sex cut off. Or maybe it's not that extreme. Maybe it's, I want all communication with exes cut off. Whatever the case, maybe it's, I don't care, free for all. You talk to whoever you want and I will do the same. Whatever, you need to know that before you catch feelings for someone.
Right.
You and she didn't do that, and you ended up broken up, and she pissed you the hell off, and it wasn't good. That's what happens when we don't end up with people who we're compatible with.
I agree. And I think should I do this?
Yeah.
I think that it took me 2+ years of trying a couple of reasons. I wanted this. I wanted this in my heart. I mean, if I painted the entire picture from day one to the end, people would understand me better. Okay. I wanted this in my heart. Nobody wants a relationship, a good relationship, something solid, something that you dream together, love together, have shenanigans together, trust each other, all the cliche together. Okay. But 2 years I dealt with a lot, and it brought out the worst in me after a while, because I didn't know what to do. I couldn't handle it anymore. And then I was trying to hold on, but then I was becoming mean. And I'm like, this is not me. And then all of a sudden, when this person had some epiphany and tried to turn things around, it was so far gone. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to believe, what to trust, how to feel. I mean, I'm telling you, if I told you stories, and we could maybe do one episode, something of your experience, start to finish, and mine start to finish, and get people's opinion. You know what I mean? Whatever. But it's hard. And, thank you, Vito, what you said about the extreme. And I answered you in the chat. It's just trust, Vito. It's trust. It's compatibility. It's understanding. It's, when I hang up with Christine, when we talk, we hang up the phone, we talk. There is no questions that we're on the same page about stuff. We're co-hosts, we're friends, we're partners here, but it's the same thing. Still relationship. I hang up that phone with her. I feel content. I feel good. We accomplished something. We talked. Why? It should be that across the board in any relationship.
Agree. Your relationship, even if it's romantic, should have all the components of your friendships. Your best friendship, whoever that is, whatever level of trust you have with the person you consider to be your best friend, you should have the same compatibility, the same type of relationship with a romantic interest, just multi-leveled, just multifaceted, way more extreme, because you're having, you're adding the intimacy and on so many different levels, the romantic, physical, mental intimacy. So, but I agree with that. Now I want to tell you what happened to me today, because it has to do with this.
I've been waiting for this.
Okay. So the first thing that happened, and it's directly about this. So my listeners who have been listening, for the whole 3 years, you guys you remember back in March, I went and I had never in my life, and I haven't since, done like a friends with benefits situation. And I had been talking on the podcast and talking to people, should I do this? Should I do this? Because, I haven't, been fortunate to find a steady relationship, and I won't, because I know what I want and I know it's going to take me a while. So I was getting to a point where it's like, okay, do I do this? Well, I decided one day, what the hell? I'm doing it. And there was this guy, and he was much younger than me. But I did it, and I went to North Carolina. I met him. We had a fantastic 4 days. I mean, it was great. We had so much fun. We knew from the get-go that there was no, longevity to this, but we are friends. Okay. I thought we were friends. I thought we were good friends. We have stayed in touch. I mean, we talk to each other all the time. About a month ago, I would say, he told me that he had met somebody. Well, I actually asked him because he had stopped communicating. We were on Snapchat and text, and we would talk probably once a day, maybe every 2 days. And I hadn't heard from him probably all week. So I sent him a text, and I'm like, did you meet somebody? Because you've gone really silent. And he's like, yeah, I did. And I'm like, cool, that's great. And he told me about her. I'm like, that's awesome. And I hope it goes somewhere. He's, so we said all the stuff, and we kept talking. And then, well, I've been really sick since I got back from Italy. So I was gone from the 27th till the 10th. Then I was sick from the 13th till just right now. So I've been not talking to people. I hadn't realized I hadn't heard from him. And I knew, that it probably got serious. So I sent him, I didn't text him. I just sent him a Snapchat, and I said, hey, have things gotten really serious? Is that why I haven't heard from you? If so, I'm really happy for you. And he wrote me back. And he said, I put in there, I said, have they got serious because you blocked me? He had not blocked me, but he unfriended me. Right, exactly, Chris. Look, I was like, he unfriended me. What the hell? So I said, I hope it's because
I hate social media. I hate it for that reason. It's such a catalyst of stupidity.
I agree, but it would have happened old school. It would have been he just never would call me again and not answer the phone. I mean, it's just what it is. On social media, you can see you're no longer this person's friend. Okay. And so I was still able to send him a message, and I said, so what happened? You blocked me or you unfriended me? And he wrote me back and he said, I did. I have gotten very serious with her. I want her to be a forever. She asked me to stop talking to anyone I had any intimacy with, and I want to do what she said.
I can understand that. I have to be honest.
I do too.
I am on board with that.
100%. I respect it. And what I told him is, I thought we were friends. You didn't even say goodbye. She wouldn't have cared if you said goodbye and then got rid of me.
Some women, some people are a little cucliats in the head, and they might be like,
I don't buy it. I got to tell you,
I've been there.
If you're with somebody who can't even handle your boyfriend or girlfriend going through and just doing a what do they call them? A form letter, a boilerplate. Just a boilerplate. Where you text the same thing to everybody. It's just standard words. So have her write it out. Hey, in a relationship, good luck to you. Bye. And she approves it, and you just hit send, and you send it to everyone so that you're just a polite bastard. What's the harm? And then she watches you, block everybody. If that's not good enough for her, if that isn't, and I think that's extreme. I think that you should have enough trust.
I think that's psycho.
It is. And he didn't even say goodbye because this woman didn't want him to say anything. She wanted him to disappear.
I had that happen to me.
Yeah, but I
had it happen to me. A woman wanted, and I'm like, "Are you?" She's like, "Let's disappear off into the sunset." And beep, beep, beep. I'm like, "Wait a minute. I like my life. I love my people, and I want my person to be a part of that."
Well, and I don't need to be a part of it. I'm fine with him saying this. I'm fine with him, needing to do this for her. If she doesn't want him having communication with exes, I wasn't really an ex, but, intimates, that is fine. I respect that. I'm totally okay with that. On board 100%. I don't care about that. It is the not saying goodbye. I'm a person, and we were friends, And I don't know, guys, tell me, am I wrong? Should you at least say goodbye to people?
You know what?
I'm not saying you give them a fuck.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what.
I'm saying say goodbye.
Lizette just chimed in and said, if I had a sexual relationship, I would not feel comfortable you having a friendship with them unless we had boundaries in place and I met the person, know their intentions, X's are X's for a reason, respect.
100%.
Goes back to what I say, respect. Very well said, Lizette.
100%.
And, you know, if you have a relationship with somebody and they're friends and introduce them, explain, and if you did have an intimate relationship with this person, but you want to maintain a friendship, but your
I agree.
Your new person doesn't know you had an intimate relationship. They don't need to know. Maybe I don't know if that's a fine line. I'm saying
I don't know.
Introduce them.
I see it a certain way because I don't need to have a relationship with exes. And I'm not saying, okay, like I'm talking to somebody right now, he's got young children and he has a good relationship with his ex. Awesome.
Mr. Undecidable. I mean, Mr. Unknown, Mr. Good luck to you.
What are you talking about?
Oh, well, we didn't tell everybody you got a date tomorrow night.
Yeah. I've got 2 dates coming up. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. But what are you talking about? I was talking about the guy that, huh?
I'm not talking about podcast dates.
No. Okay, well, I'm confused. So I was just saying that I totally understand when people have amicable relationships with exes. I think if you can co-parent amicably, that's awesome. It's the only way it should be. But I don't have relationships with exes. So this doesn't bother me. And again, all I'm saying, that is an individual, unique couple decision that you should figure out before you start dating, where you stand on that. But all I'm talking about, I'm not even talking about that and the legitimacy of it. I'm talking about just being polite and saying to people, we're not going to talk anymore, or just goodbye.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. You go into the jungle, lions, tigers, bears. They're doing everything under the sun, right? The lion, the king is tapping every female out in the jungle, right? That's whatever. Animals, dogs, cat, it's their instinct, right? For whatever reason, the human culture, was developed mentally different. We were programmed, I'll call it. Okay.
Guys, go back and listen to my podcast on primal.
I know. That's why I'm bringing it up. Hello. We did some research on each other, But, and I mean, there's not one, your craziest podcast. I love them all, believe it or not. But we'll get to that. But the point I'm saying is when you're intimate with somebody, that smirk, it has a hold. So even if I meet my person, I'm intimate with them, your brain, I'll never forget my father saying to me when I was a kid, son, you're going to have feelings. You're going to think about this one.
He's making our case. He's making our case. 100%. You're making my case.
Yeah. Oh, thank God. I hope so.
Yeah. Stop talking to people you've been intimate with if you want your current relationship to build trust.
Right. Yes.
Period. Because of what you just said. You can't separate the feelings that you had. And when you see that person, they may not be as strong as they were when you were with them, but you're going to tap into that memory. Come on. It doesn't just go away unless you have dementia. But you have to have space to grow trust in a relationship. And how are you going to grow trust if you're not even on the same page? Now, if you're both on the same page, yeah, we can have exes. We don't care. Fine. That's who you are. But if you don't want exes hanging around, at least while you're building trust in a relationship, and the other person says, I don't care, you have a problem. It's not going to work.
Here's the other thing. You and I talk all the time. we plan our podcast, we plan life, whatever we're talking about, we focus. Focus. How can you be in a relationship, sustain something solid, gain trust if you don't focus? If your brain is going over to Susie or Sally or this one while I'm sleeping with, Jane, I'm making up names, obviously.
Yeah.
It's no good. If you have to live, eat, breathe, and drink and sleep that person. When you wake up in the morning,
full attention on the person that you're dating. And we've talked about this because today's dating world is weird with the online stuff. You could be talking to 10, 15 people at one time. So
people are ruthless.
Well, they are. And that leads me into the next thing that happened today.
Yes, we're getting good at this.
Yeah. So yeah, you segued me perfect. So, okay. I talk to a lot of people. I'm on three apps. One is an adult kind of app, and then two of them are your standard dating apps. And I meet people on all of them. I meet virtually. And for the longest time, for the last couple of years, I don't date very many of them. I spend a lot of time vetting them, and then I'm very picky. And so as a result, I don't have very many dates. Well, recently, because it's been going on for so long, and Chris, you sort of made me start thinking about this because of the way that when you and I talk, I know that you will go on a date and you'll go on a date, and we just talked about it last week. There is nothing wrong with a person dating somebody today and someone else the next day. That doesn't make them a player unless they're sleeping with everybody and saying, I love you, I'm going to be with you, I'm going to be with you.
According to everybody, they think that's what I do, which I do not.
Yeah, but that is a player, and that's not what you're doing. You are out there and you're doing in real life what I do online. You're doing exactly what I do, but I keep it online. Well, recently I thought, why don't I start meeting some of these people instead of vetting them online only? Why don't I start going on a few dates instead of never going on dates or going on one a month? So
I think the dating sites should have a protocol that if you match with somebody, if there's no dialogue after 2 days, they separate you. I'm on these dating sites occasionally, whatever, and these girls, hey, how was your weekend?
Monitor yourself. Unmatch with them after 2 days.
I do it. I'm that's why I'm bringing it up.
Yeah, that's what everybody needs to do.
I'm like, why are you on here? I just got somebody that said, oh, my boyfriend is far away, so I'm looking for friends. I go, your boyfriend? Went, delete. I'm like, what are you doing? Are you hacking me, stalking me, looking for something, money? What are you doing? Like, why are you here?
Well, so I decided that I was going to start going on actual dates. And so I went on one yesterday. And it's a guy that I've actually been talking to for about a year. Never met him. He's been asking me, never met him. So we went out yesterday. We may go out Saturday. And then I just met a man, started talking to him yesterday, I think. And we're going to go out tomorrow night. Now we've been talking, so, and we went to text. And so we've asked a lot of questions and just so everybody knows, I vet people at least to the point of knowing that they are who they say they are. I match their number, and
well, I think you're pretty sharp. You're probably sharper than I am. You probably can pull it out like that.
I mean, you can only do so much, but I do what I can, and then I always meet them in a public place, and I always drive myself, and all of that stuff. And it doesn't result in second dates usually. And that's okay. That's okay. And so having said that I have decided to start dating instead of just saying no to everybody, because it occurred to me, what if one of these guys that I said no to was just misunderstood or whatever? What if I had gone ahead and met for a date and he had been perfect? I don't know. And that, that just made me wonder. So I'm like, what harm is there? I still am me. I still know what I like. I can still say no. So I'm doing that. So I made that decision. So I go on to the other site that I'm on, that is like an adult site. I go onto that site and I've been talking on email to this man. Again, this guy, same thing. It's been like about a year. He has been chasing me, chasing me. He lives in the town over from me. And he nice. I was not sure that we would be good together. He talking about players, he really came off to me as a player, because this particular site will show me what he's been posting, and I saw the stuff he was posting, and he totally seemed like it was like, hey ladies, anybody down to, so I told him, so
down to do laundry.
Yeah, to do laundry. So the other day, about 3 or 4 days ago, I replied to one of his emails, and because he'll come up every month or so and he will email me and just be all about me and telling me all the stuff, And so I replied back. So we start talking, and I'm in this frame of mind that I told you about, where I'm like, start giving people a chance. Well, the guy is good looking to me. I think he's good looking. He's interesting. He has a fun life. So I'm like, okay. I checked him out on Facebook. I follow him. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead. This guy has been chasing me for a year. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say yes. So I tell him, let's do this. Let's do this. He starts backpedaling. And I won't go into all the detail, but he totally backpedals over the next few days. And I stuck it out because it was mystifying to me. And I didn't throw it in his face. You have been trying to get me for a year, and now that I say yes, you give me all this.
It's the thrill of the chase.
Oh, I agree. But here was his bottom line. This is what he said to me today, Chris. And this is the part you'll love. I told him, I said, are you afraid of me? Because he wasn't answering me. And he came back and he said, no, I'm not afraid, but my gut tells me that we won't match. And I saw your post on Facebook today about having dates lined up. And that verifies to me that I'm right.
What were you supposed to do for a year? Wait for him to come around and be
exactly. He basically just said, I'm a player because I have dates.
Yay!
And he didn't use those words, but that's what he's saying, right? He's like, you just proved to me that you're just nothing but a player. Look at you. You're trying to get me to go out with you, yet you have dates. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I have been asking you for like 4 days now to go out, and you won't do it. And I never once threw it in his face. That you're such an ass. I get messages from you day and night.
This person gets on this podcast, send them the link, get them on YouTube, get them somewhere. I want to talk to this boy, because see you next Tuesday. Right? That's all I gotta say. Literally, that we went a little over today. We got 8 minutes left because we're gonna make it an hour because we started late and this is going good. But I'm surprised we're not getting kicked off with our time frames. But with that being said, the thrill of the chase, and now I got her. I got this beauty. I'm ready. She wants to come. And because his ego, all I was doing was feeding his ego. And you know what? Somewhere along the line, this is probably going to come back to me. Somebody somewhere is going to make some comment somewhere. Okay. I don't care. Listen, I'm a man. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I feel. I know what I think. I know how other men can be. Okay. He's wrong. I know the mistakes that I've made. I'm 53 years old. I'm no virgin. I'm no saint. I've made lots of mistakes. I mean, it's, but
I told him, I said, stop making excuses. And he's like, it's not excuses. I just got a gut feeling, and you just prove it to me by having dates. I'm like,
can I bring something up? You see the YouTube, I see this Facebook. Doreen, who's one of our biggest fans, Doreen Kukalo. I don't know if I should say the names, but I'm going to say them. So she said her ex-husband of 31 years was on dating sites behind her back. And he went for help twice. Okay. And then he goes back to it. He said he was just curious. And she wants our opinion. My opinion is this. Did anybody see the one? Anybody see the movie Moonstruck?
Mm-hmm.
Bella Luna and the whole thing with Nicolas Cage and then Cher. Okay.
Yeah.
One of the parts of that movie were when the old timer, the plumber, Olympia Dukakis' husband, I forget the names, and I watched that movie a lot of times. He was having an affair. Okay. And so they were sitting at the dinner table, and Olympia knew it because she almost had an affair. And she looked at him and she said point blank, she met a man and she asked a question like Doreen is asking us. Okay. And the man said to her, men are afraid of their mortality. They want to feel like they still have it. They want to feel like they're still wanted. They want to feel like they're still loved. And so she went to the dinner table. She was very staunch. All the family was together. She goes like this. She goes, I want you to stop seeing that woman in his eyes in front of everybody. And he knew that dinner was served and she made it. And he looked at her and he started to get mad and he went, okay, I love you. Point being, to spin it forward, I don't know if this is you, Doreen, or not. I am sure from what I know about you that you made your husband or your lover or whoever feel good. But maybe something along the line just wasn't right in the first place. This is not an educated opinion. This is just,
And it could be that, or it could be what you just said, and his ego was just
right. His ego was being crazy, and call him out on it. Make him feel loved, whoever. Obviously, it's your ex-husband. It's over.
I was going to say, they're not together.
Something in his psyche was making him do this, whether it was an addiction, the thrill of the chase, the excitement. I don't know what your love life was like. I don't need to know. I'm just saying.
But you know what? The bottom line is nobody needs to put up with it. It's your choice. You can either try to figure it out with your partner, because there's lots of things that you can try to figure out and try to fix it. Or you can say, that's not something I'm willing to do. That's not a bridge I'm going to cross. It's your choice.
Two things. Doreen said, again, she goes, I always showed him love. I loved him. Well, then, Doreen, I know you. We know you. I'm going to say that if that's the case, then something wasn't right from day one. That is kind of what we're talking about. Or something went wrong. Okay, Christine, stopped me. And Lisette went back and just said, she had an ex that got remarried after 7 years, then sends her a text. How much he thinks about me and can't he take me out to lunch or dinner? I said, absolutely not. She said, you're married, and that's crossing the line.
Oh, he's married.
He's crossing the line. Because I'm a man. Men sometimes make stupid decisions. Mm-hmm. We try to justify it. We can't. We make stupid decisions. However, as an adult, with the respect factor that we're all talking about, you have to realize that you could be hurting someone.
Communication.
Spot on.
That's all. It always comes back to that. Doreen, I'm just going to say, if you communicated with your husband about what he was doing, excuse me, if you communicated with him and you felt good about your level of communication and it didn't fix anything, you were totally justified in walking away. And I always say, the only thing that bothers me about a relationship that goes sideways, because I don't consider them failed relationships, if you have learned and grown, then that is not a failed relationship. It is an experience.
Can I just tell you something funny? Huh? This is how in tune we are. I was just texting Doreen back on our. Some people can see your chat, my chat. I said, Doreen, be strong and stand. And then you just said, what did you just say?
I said that as long as you communicated.
After that, basically, I was saying be and stand strong and learn how to be comfortable in your own skin. Basically, what I'm saying to Doreen, I'm not even going to type it now because she hears us. you just said the same thing as I was typing it. So that was really cool. It validated that we're in a good place.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, everybody has the right to make their own decisions, and you do not have to live a life of being unhappy. And what I was saying was, I don't consider I don't consider divorce a failed marriage. Everybody's always saying, I had a failed marriage, I had a failed relationship. And I always ask people, did you learn something and did you grow? And if it helped to define and shape you, it was not a failure. It was an experience in your life. And they always say a soulmate does not necessarily have to be somebody that you fall in love with. A soulmate might be a protagonist or an antagonist in your life, someone who's going to help shape who you are. They're going to be the best teacher you ever had, because they're going to drive you insane.
The problem is we don't realize it. We don't realize it right away. We think it's the worst thing in the world at the time. Oh my God. Until we step back. Somebody has got to make you step back and realize this was a stepping stone in my journey of whatever I got left in life.
I think that person that's going to cause you to step back is you. I don't think anybody can make us realize anything about ourselves. We are the only ones that can do that. It's like everything else in our lives. It's like an alcoholic, a sex addict, a porn, the whole thing, anything,
I'm both
an
of
asshole.
Those, according to people.
Huh?
I said I'm both of those according to people.
Oh, but nobody is going to get you to recognize or change your ways. Only you can do that. And you'll only do it when you're ready. And it's only going to come from your own introspection, your own time of taking your own assessment of yourself. Only you can do it. Period.
Yep, I agree.
So women harping on the men, women who marry men because they think they'll change them. You're getting a divorce. Let's just go ahead and fill the paperwork out now.
I'm a DJ.
Sign it later.
Nobody's gonna change you.
No, you will change you when you're good and ready.
Exactly.
And especially a man. A man will dig his heels in and say, the F you are, I'm perfect. It's you. You're the problem. And then, and then they end up getting married again and being the perfect husband because they figured it out on their own when they were alone. And that's the way it's going to happen. Period.
You know what? I just told Doreen, she's like, I spent more than half of my life. I'm 67 with him. I said, Doreen, next half journey, embrace it, go with it. We don't know when our last time is, our last breath. We don't know any of it. We got right now. Go out there, have fun. Not everybody you meet is going to be your person, but if you go out there and meet somebody having a good time with them, have a good time with them.
Where are you going to be tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, I'm going to be at Bonacera in Red Bank on Maple Avenue. It's unbelievable. You are good. You're good. You're good. You know what? I thought I had this down. I don't know nothing. You're good. So I'm going to be at Bonacera in Red Bank, Maple Avenue. It's Monmouth County. It's a great place. Singles, guys and girls, come on down because this is a classy, exclusive place. The food, the drinks, the people are amazing. We're going to get Christine and I down there to do a live podcast from Bonacera soon. We're going to park the camper right outside. It's going to be great.
I love that. So where does Doreen live?
Doreen is at the Jersey Shore.
There, she can come tomorrow night. Invite her.
Yes, we can. Yep. Doreen, come down to Bonacera.
Start that next phase of your life.
Doreen, you know what? Chris
will buy you a drink.
I will buy you a drink. We all need somebody to lean on. Hopefully you guys can lean on this podcast, Unfiltered Real Talk with Christine and now Chris Anthony. Hopefully she keeps me around. I
have to hear from everybody. Does he? Well, he did get it right. So I guess, he got it right.
Wait. What?
I had asked everybody in the beginning if you should be on probation until you got it right, the name, but you did get it right. You got it right.
Oh boy. Should I wear an ankle bracelet?
2 times in a row.
Should I put on an ankle bracelet? Should I put this on right here? Put an ankle bracelet on?
Nobody can tie you down, Chris. Cut it out.
Well, that's not true. That's not true. I want to be tied down in reason. So
just got to be that right person. It'll happen.
That's right. That's right. It's like left, right, center.
I'm gonna Chris Anthony, you heard it here. He is going to get married because I am going to show him how to vet a woman. Watch. It's going to happen.
Game on. It's a match made in Indiana. Christine,
that's right. Maybe I'll have a new profession as a matchmaker.
Listen, Real Talk with Christine at gmail.com. Real Talk with Chris Anthony at gmail.com. Call us with your questions. Call us with your comments. Well, email us with your concerns. Reach out to us. We want to hear from you. We love you. And you might say something that'll spin our next show, our next conversation, our next controversy. God knows.
And thank you, John Lawrence and Vito, for stopping by.
And I want to thank them for being diplomatic in their questions.
And I hope they like the answers.
And they were a pleasure to talk to.
Yes.
Whoever you are, please continue to watch the show. Email us. Give us some background. We're Real Talk. We're unfiltered Real Talk. We're real people. We have real hearts, real feelings, real experiences.
Bye, guys. See you on Tuesday. See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. See you in your streams.
There you go.
Bye-bye. Bye.